What's the deal with Hungrybox? Actually, a shitload of things to talk about today, and I think probably everyone's here to hear me talk about fucking Hungrybox and Mango and, you know, bullshit Twitter drama. Real quick, I guess I'll just mention this while everyone's here. You know, I am doing full-time content right now, so, like, if you do appreciate this sort of content, because I'm trying to have, like, 2 to 3 videos about Melee stuff, like, minimum on YouTube every week. For the YouTube people, I took a look at my analytics. As my editor told me to do, I've got a great editor, Kingly. Shout out to Kingly. He also does Mango's vids. And Kingly was like, look, man, you're split right now from your viewers. Well, we took a look at our analytics together. And about 25% of the people that watch my YouTube videos are subscribed and 75% aren't. So yeah, if you could just like click subscribe, it just helps me out a lot because I'm trying to grow my channel. I feel like I'm doing pretty good on YouTube right now for like relative to how many subscribers I have, but it is something that I need to care about is how many subscribers I have, unfortunately. But anyways, let's take a look at Mango's top line. Let's find the tweets and questions. So it basically started with this, right? It basically started with, if I see Hbox playing Ultimate this week, I'm getting drunk all summit. The competitive integrity has been tainted, and Mango will not stand for it. So, like, okay, I mean, I kind of get, like, where Mango's coming from. Yeah, I mean, I like this tweet. I get the spirit. The spirit is like, okay, here's basically where I think. Here's the problem is I feel like these discussions get so distorted and people like take this little this little edge case and they fucking drill down onto that. People take this little fucking edge case and they just like super go in on that edge case and then they like construe the whole argument up to be about that one. So like, okay. Anyway, yeah, exactly. Everything is like a little bit in jest and like, I think... Okay, it sucks because when I say stuff like this about Mango, I'm saying it because I've known the guy for half my life. And then people are like, well, you're just giving him that credit because you're biased. And I'm like, well, yeah, I kind of am. But like, I think people on the internet that read the things people say, they want everything to be crystal clear one way or the other. And sometimes it's not. And sometimes there's this kind of hazy sort of intent there. But there's like no room to dig into that stuff on Twitter because there's only 280 characters in a tweet. So, okay, so Hbox is in the list of players. Like, if you look at the wall, okay, I didn't even need to click on it because he's right there. And the justification here that the Summit staff has is like, okay, yeah, he hasn't been playing very well. He had to drop out of SCL because he went on vacation or whatever. He didn't play in any of the qualifier tournaments. And, you know, truthfully, if you look at his results recently, it's possible that he doesn't deserve, which is a very loaded word, to be on this list of players. But he did win the most recent Smash Summit. He won in February, which was not that long ago. That was less than 10 months ago, right? Less than 10 months ago. And he's the returning champion. So, okay. So I'm basically saying, okay, look. So I like this tweet. I get it. I fucking get it. Like, Mango's basically saying, look, man. And here's what I think. I think Mango's a fucking smart guy, okay? I've got my little pet theories, having known Mango for a very long time. I got little theories about the way Mango thinks about the world. And maybe I'm fucking talking out of my ass here, but I feel like there's an element to this, which is like Mango's almost taunting Hbox and trying to get him to try. Cause like, you know, you watch some of his fucking streams lately and he's playing Melee in these tournaments and like, you know, he's you know, I watched his stream the other day and he was streaming this local and, you know, he dropped a game to a Ness player. He went down 0-1 to a Ness. Okay, of course he won the set, right? He won the set. But like the H God, dropping a game to a Ness, like, bro, it's fucking Puff Ness, bro. That is not a hard match. I'm like, come on. Okay, come on. Yeah, Mango's like a Naruto character. You can tell Mango wants everyone his best. That's what this was, okay? That's what this was. And then all kind of, and I actually, mind you, and maybe this is a hot take too, I actually don't really have any beef with the way fucking Hbox responded, which was this. And it's almost like taunting the bull back, right? Hbox back is like, I'm shooting my run at Mega Smash Mondays. Okay, now, I'm just gonna say it. I think it would be gangster if fucking Hbox tweets this, almost just to piss Mango off, but like, secretly is like, oh, I'm gonna fuck these motherfuckers up this weekend. Imagine Hbox says this, right? Imagine Hbox says this, comes out this weekend and just pops the fuck off. That would be badass. So I have actually no problem with anything so far. I think Mango's thing was good. I think Mango basically is saying, Hbox, you better come correct. You know, you got this summit slot. I mean, I get it. I feel bad for Aklo, right? Aklo's the guy, and the reason I'm bringing up Aklo here is because, okay, Aklo was the guy. He basically probably would have gotten the next summit slot, except it was only top 3 for the qualifier. He got 4th place. It didn't go to Aklo. And it sucks in Aklo's case because he was literally in SCL every week, and he fell out at the very, very end, right? He made it into SCL through rollback rumble, so the open bracket, tried his heart out, was playing, sets every week, had some great wins, stayed in SEO, which is very hard. You basically, at that point, it's like you're the top 16 players in the world or the top 20 players. So, very impressive stuff. Great sets. Same thing with Azel. And this, by the way, this argument has come up many times in the past, right? With Smash Summits in the past. I remember as early as Smash Summit 1, when ESAM got in, and people were so pissed at ESAM. People were so pissed at ESAM, and they said, fuck you, man. You got your fucking Smash 4 guys to get you voted in. You're not even going to do that well. Like, this spot should go to someone who's been grinding Melee, who deserves it, blah, 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 blah. And this has happened numerous times where it's like, man, this guy doesn't deserve it. He's just going to get washed. And like, the event, this is what always happens at Summit. The event comes by and it's never that big a deal in the moment. It's always like leading up to it. Everyone's like, man, this is bullshit. This guy doesn't deserve it. He's going to get washed. He hasn't been trying and all this. And then the event comes around and it's just not that big a deal. ESAM ended up, like, he beat Armadas Fox in the crew battle or whatever. It was like some little hype moment. Yeah, he got 13th, I think. But like, fucking 4 really good players are going to get 13th. SFAT gets fucking 13th every summit. And SFAT's a great player. So what are you going to do at the end of the day? Dewan gets 13th every fucking summit. Are we really going to say that Dewan doesn't deserve to be in Smash Summit? HBox might not win, right? He might not win this weekend. He might get fucked up. He might literally get bopped. I don't know. He also might get like fucking 4th or 5th or some shit. There's many placings that HBox could get. And ultimately, like, if we're saying that, like, he deserves it based on how good he's going to do and all this, I do agree that at the end of the day, I just fucking, and I've been saying this in all my videos, I just want HBox to play well. I think that there is just like this little void. There's this little vacuum in the Melee community when HBox isn't being that villain at tournaments. I just want him to show up. Having him as the heel is so sick. Like, yeah, I cheer against him, but I only cheer against him because, I mean, fucking, he's earned that respect. Like, when he goes up against Mango or Leffen or Plup or one of these guys, having more top players is good. That's exactly right. And like, I don't want to see HBox. It was fucking, yeah, it was like funny the first time or whatever, but like, I don't want to see HBox dropping sets to fucking, Whiskers and Azel and shit. I mean, no disrespect to those players, by the way. Whiskers is fucking amazing. But like, it does suck. It does suck because like he provides this persona that no one else can fill. It's just right. Dawson, Golden, etc. Dropping a game to Ness or whatever. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel the same. And I think that's where Mango's coming from with this tweet. I don't think, like, you gotta realize when Mango says shit like, and Mango will not stand for it, you really think Mango's fucking, like, dead ass? You think Mango's actually bad? Like, if Mango actually didn't stand for something, he would not say, and Mango will not stand for it. It's not how people talk when they're actually, like, this all is great. I think this is great. This tweet is great. I think this tweet is great. I don't really like where a bunch of people took it from there. I saw people going fucking ham on they took this shit to the logical extremes. I don't want to blow them up. I don't want to fucking blow them up, but I saw some people like, Mango, you telling me Mango is getting drunk at all these tournaments, and now he comes and says you got to try hard? And like, okay, one, I actually was a little sad to see Tavo kind of agreed with it a little bit, and I'm like, well, I think this is missing the point though, right? I think it's character development. See, it's like, I've been disappointed in my tenure Mango coach, Mango didn't try events. I mean, I don't know, man. This is a fair point too, by the way. This is a good point, actually. These are open events. Like, who cares if Mango does bad, in pools or whatever? It's a major. Like, it doesn't. So I get it, but is it really about the fact that Aklo didn't get to play at the end of the day? Here's what I think it is at the end of the day. Here's what I think the fucking end all be all is. I think especially in 2020 with fucking COVID and all this bullshit, I think a lot of people, Mango included, Leffen and Zane included, you guys should all watch all the podcast episodes, by the way. Okay, I don't think it's about, like, does Aklo get to play? Because, again, this has come up time and time again, all these summits. It's like, oh, ESAM got in, so this guy didn't get in, and this guy deserves it more. It's like, no, it's not really about who fucking deserves it, because there's always going to be some cutoff. Fucking Aiden could have said it's 27 players instead of 26 or whatever, right? Like, it's not really about the what. I mean, it is, but it isn't, I think what it is it's 2020. We all realize, like, Melee's a fucking sick game, but it's a game that lives on our backs, right? And I think it's character development for a guy like Mango, which Mango alluded to when he said, look, man, you're fucking quoting shit from years and years and years ago. you know, if you look at Mango and his opinions in the last couple of years, a lot of it has been, especially, you know, with shit like Armada, you know, quitting in 2018, a lot of it is like, you can tell Mango just oozes love for Melee, and it's like, as I do. And that's kind of why I want to do this shit, right? That's why I want to fucking make content for the games. Because, like, what? You know, if we don't do it, who will? Like, nobody will. It's up to us at this point. And by the way, I don't think Armada's really wrong here. This is true. When I got into the scene, you know, I started playing Melee in 2008, and this is true. I think there was definitely kind of this, you know, spirit for a long time that you know, it was cool to kind of not care. It was cool to not try hard. But I mean, the reality is it's just a different fucking culture now. It's not 2008 anymore. It's 2020. And I don't think this has really been the case for a long time. I think this was the case a while ago. I think it was the case a while ago. But like, man, I mean, post Evo, I think as early as 13 or 14, I don't even think this was the case anymore. I think as early as, you know, when Cloud9 and TSM and CLG, and I don't think this has really been the case for quite a while. Really? Yeah, literally a decade ago. He thinks the meta hasn't changed. He thinks the meta hasn't changed and his heart's in the wrong place. Let's just fucking get all the memes out of our system. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I mean, I don't think, I mean, Adam, like, I think Adam clearly has some fucking shit he's sitting on that he's had on his chest for a long time. And I think he's just trying to get it out. I don't blame him at all. I don't think he should be getting fierce about it though. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know, man. It's like, fuck. It's, you know, like at the end of the day, we just want to play some good Melee. But I feel like, you know, coming into this, I think both Mango and Adam's hearts are in the right place. God, I hate having to fucking sound like a meme. I get where Adam's coming from. He's not, you know, he's not making shit up. But I don't know. I feel like this isn't quite that. And it's kind of derailed. I feel like this is a little bit of a straw man, you know. I feel like it's not really what this is about. Here's what I want to see at the end of the day. I would love if HBox fucking, this is what I want to see. I want to see HBox fucking stream Ultimate on whatever, Wednesday or whatever he's doing, and then come to Summit and whoop some people's asses. That's what I want to see. I legitimately want to see that. I want to see him, I want to see HBox get to fucking grand finals again. I don't know, or, you know, or put up a respectable, I mean, obviously the competition is as steep as ever. I think even HBox playing at his fucking best, even if he's basically grinding 10 hours a day, like, if he's going up against Cody the way Cody's been looking, for example, who just looks like he's got his fucking number, like, I'm still not really feeling that for HBox, but you never know. You really, really never know. Scroll down. I want to see Mango to progress for Armada. Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. I'll see you in hell. Bring your controller. People gotta realize when Mango says, I'll see you in hell, that's not like a fucking... bring your controller. He really said, bring your controller. That is kind of funny, actually. Bring your controller down. Armada's gonna be stuck in 2018 meta hell. See, that's what I don't want. I don't want this shit to be the last thing we remember Armada for. Like, yeah, exactly, right? You know, I don't want this to be how I remember Armada. I don't want Armada to be that guy. Fucking, I don't want to remember him as the guy that's like, yeah, man, I used to be the shit, and you guys didn't understand what you had till I was gone. And it's like, man, that's not how I want to remember Armada, man. Like, when Armada was active for many years, to me, what Armada emphasized, what he like kind of represented was winning. Like, Armada was like, fuck everything else. Armada was the guy that won. That's how I thought of him. Armada, like, he epitomized just the spirit of victory. You know what I mean? Like, at all and I thought that was so badass. Like, whatever you thought about, you know, him and his, I see, and now he's the old man yells at cloud guy. Right? Like, what, you know, I don't want that. Like, I've been following chess a lot lately. I think Garry Kasparov, right? Garry Kasparov was the fucking greatest chess player in the world for 20 plus years. You know, fuck a fucking Armada Legacy. Kasparov was the fucking world champ for 20 plus years. That's crazy. And then one day he said, you know what? Fucking, I'm gonna go try to change Russian politics because I think Putin's a piece of shit. And then he went and did that. And he didn't sit around saying, oh, this Magnus Carlsen guy, fuck him. I've been playing the fucking chess openings better. No, because he had real shit to do. He got attacked on the streets of fucking Moscow or some shit. And Kasparov still enters events today. And every now and then he'll like come do some invitationals or whatever. And, you know, he doesn't win, but he's still fucking badass. And he's not sitting there saying, whoa, if I'd been practicing, you know, Magnus Carlsen, he wouldn't be, you know, it's like, I don't want to think about fucking. Yeah, like Mango said, it's like, it's not goat shit. It's not goat shit. You know what I mean? I don't want, like, the way the Zoomers are going to look at Armada is that guy who replies to Mango every now and then, like pushing. I mean, this wasn't even supposed to be about this. This was supposed to be about Mango taunting HBox, like in a way, in kind of a cheeky way to say, like, hey, man, you better come correct this week because a lot of eyes are on you. And I thought that was kind of badass. And I actually thought kind of HBox's reply was kind of badass too, where HBox just sidestepped it and said, I'm watch my Mega Smash Mondays run. And I was like, okay, we got some fucking, this is, they're kind of, taunting each other. And then we're going to see them square off this weekend. And this is like good for the scene, It's like some fucking, and then, then you read some of this stuff and it just feels like, oh shit, now we're going into some fucking real personal shit that goes back years and years. It's like, what the fuck, man? HBox is the high road? I don't really think HBox is to blame at all. I don't really think he's like to blame or anything like that. I hope he plays well. I hope he's been trying. And regardless of COVID or not, I'm just going to take this little side note to mention, look, man, this is not really anything super, like, yeah, COVID and online and streaming, that's part of it. But I mean, there's been kind of whispers in the wind of this for a while, even like 2018, 2019, like, if you play some of these other Jigglypuff players, they're hitting that reaction tech chase rest on the platform every time. I played fucking Drug Fox's Puff in at Smash Summit, whatever the most recent one was, 9, I guess, because this one's 10. And every time I tagged on the platform, he'd fucking react and kill me with the rest. And I'm like, and he's like, HBox can't do this. And I'm like, yeah, this is fucked. I'm dying on fucking Battlefield every time I fucking land on the platform. So, I mean, I think to a certain degree, there's been kind of an element of this for a while now where it's like, HBox's people are kind of developing these new techniques and shit, and HBox is kind of behind. And so I don't think, I think it would have taken longer to get to the point that it has, but TLDR, I think HBox having to try to succeed at tournaments, I think that would have happened sooner or later regardless. Just the way people grind versus kind of the way he's been known as the guy who doesn't practice and all this stuff. I don't know if I've really told this story on stream, but so right before top 8 at main stage, I thought it was really funny. So we did the roast of Bobby Scar. Very fun. Very, very fun event. I was kind of nervous because, obviously we had all this prepared material. So we came up, right? It was like me and, Ludwig and Atriarch and fucking who else? Dunk. And I had to do the intro and I was very nervous. But I noticed that there was someone sitting in the front row of the chairs who was laughing his fucking heart out every single thing I said. He was just like ha ha ha, like really like belly laughing. I was like, and it was Hungrybox, and Hungrybox was sitting front and center, and it actually took a lot of the edge off of me. Every joke I made, HBox was belly laughing, and it really made me less nervous. I was like, I was like, okay, if everyone else in the crowd is fucking stone deadpan, and HBox front and center was fucking laughing, and I was like, so every time I tell a joke, I'd look at HBox and he'd laugh, and I was like, and it was great. It took all the edge off, and then I wasn't nervous anymore. And what was really funny is none of the other top players were in the crowd because they were all warming up for top 8, and they all lost. HBox won the event, which is kind of funny. But this was only made possible because HBox doesn't practice and he doesn't play friendlies and he doesn't warm up. So I don't even know where I'm going with this, but thank you, HBox. If you're out there, I don't know if you watch my shit. Thank you for not practicing because you got to make me a lot less nervous when I had to do all my fucking comedy material for the roast of Bobby Scar. Took a lot of the edge off. If you were a fucking practicer, I might have fucking crashed and burned. So you warmed up for 6 hours. I know. So did everyone else. HBox didn't warm up for a fucking second. And I know that because he sat front row in the middle, red dead center for the whole roast, and then played top 8 and beat everyone's ass. I think he won it through winners, as I recall, but I don't really remember. This is all to say that I think like people fucking they put things on one side or the other. I think people are very quick to draw these arbitrary lines where it's like you're either on this side of the argument or this side of the argument. And I think it's stupid because if you actually get to know people in real life, that's not how that's only how shit works on Twitter. It's like Twitter's this isolated weird universe where you gotta like the Republican and Democrat part, okay, I guess like politics works the same way. But like real interactions don't go like that. And this is all to say that I'm not actually, I think people look at a guy like me and they think that I'm Team Mango or whatever. And they think that I hope HBox, chokes it this weekend. And that's not really where I'm at, I just want Melee to fucking pop off. I want HBox to do well or as well as he can. I do think people are good enough now that even HBox practicing his ass off might just not win. Like, it's like, he might just lose. Like, even if he's fucking playing out of his mind, he might just lose. Like, Zane's looking fucking scary. Mango and IBW are looking fucking scary. So, like, you don't know. It's just fucking, it's a toss-up. Yeah, I mean, I just want to see Melee pop off. I'm team Melee. I'm not team fucking Mango or HBox, whatever. And then Armada and this stuff, like, I mean, yeah, I think this is a very old narrative. I think it is a relatively old narrative. I think this was like 2013 and prior, you know, pre-esports era. SSBM hype, thank you for the prime. Yeah, I don't know. I want Armada to fucking be in a better place too. I think he's got some deep-seated shit, and I hope he gets over it. I mean, I hope he, like, I don't know what it'll take for him to kind of settle these demons, because, like, I mean, clearly he's got some beef, but I fucking love Armada. I've been sub to Armada for fucking, you know, not as long as I've been sub to Mango, but probably nearly 5 years at this point, you know? So, I mean, I want Armada, and if Armada truly is having more fun, you know, speedrunning Mario 64, which is a great video game, by the way, one of the best games of all time, but it just sucks seeing, you know, this what feels like rather personal and deep-seated beef come out, you know, every other week at this point, and it feels like, you know, there might be some unresolved stuff, and I don't know, I just hope he finds peace, really. I don't want the kids to remember Armada like this. I don't want this to be Armada's fucking legacy.